Hi everyone, my name is Grace. I'm actually Mrs. Townsend's daughter, so I'm really excited to tune in and say hello to everyone. I am Kelly, who you met a few weeks back. I'm her older sister. So I haven't seen them for a few months because of this quarantine, but I miss them a lot. And I think it's really cool. I love to visit your classroom most years because back when I was your age, I actually went to the same exact preschool. And Mrs. Evans was one of my teachers too. I know Kelly told you that, but we both went to the preschool. So it's very special to us. All right, so for today, I'm not gonna read you a book. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about some of the countries I've visited in the past. I know you guys have a globe in your classroom and you can see the map of the world with all of the different countries, because there's a ton. So I'm just gonna show you a couple that I was lucky enough to visit and tell you a little bit about my trip there. So I do have a book actually, my travel book, and this has, I think it has every single country in the world, so there's a lot. It's a very big book. So first, I'm going to start off with the first country I ever visited outside of the United States, where we all live, and that country is Ghana. So I'm going to show you some photos here. This is a photo in Cape Coast, which is where I visited when I went. Some other photos. You can see this is a map of the country, and I have my own picture that I took when I went. So I went to this beautiful rainforest, and as you can see, there's a really long bridge. It's a drawbridge that's really in the trees. So I got to be really up high and see a beautiful view of the rainforest there. And then next up, another country I visited a few years ago was a country called Nicaragua. So Nicaragua is in Central America, and in Nicaragua, they actually primarily speak Spanish. So some of you may have heard of Spanish, some of you may speak it at home. So this is a photo here. This is one of the cities I actually visited. It's really beautiful. You can see really colorful. All the buildings are painted different colors. Here's some other photos. And then of course I have my own photo that I took in the city of Leon. And look at all those colors. It's really, really pretty. You can see the mountains in the back, an old cathedral. So this was a beautiful view and a really great trip as well. All right, now we're jumping to a different place in the world. This is a country called Spain, and Spain is in Europe. In Spain, they also speak Spanish most of the time. I wish I knew more Spanish, but I'm learning slowly. So here are some photos. Now this is a beautiful church actually in Barcelona, which is where I went when I visited. I went with some of my best friends from college, and we actually got to go inside this church. It's called the Sagrada Familia. Here's some other photos. Some yummy food in the corner here. We ate a lot on our trip. That was one of the favorite parts. They have delicious food there. And here's a little photo I took. This is where we were staying in the city of Barcelona. There's really, really pretty windows. You see all those windows with lots of colors. A lot of people have plants in their windows. It's a really fun place to visit. All right, and last up is a country that's really special to me because I actually lived there for a semester in college. So I was living there for about 4 or 5 months, and this country is called Sweden. So Sweden is actually in Europe too. It's not too far from Spain, the last country I talked about. And this is a beautiful photo. In Sweden, they have, I don't know if you've heard of the Northern Lights, but sometimes the sky lights up these blue and green colors. It's very, very beautiful. I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, but I might have to go back and try it again. All right, and the city that I stayed in when I was living in Sweden was Stockholm, which is the capital. So it's really pretty. Here's a photo of the skyline, and that's where I got to live. All right, so I hope you enjoyed my little journey around the world and got to see some of my pictures from my trips. But before I go, I wanted to show you one last thing. We have a special guest. Like I said, I live in Washington, D.C., and we actually have a kitty cat as our pet. So I'm gonna get her, 1 second. Ooh, so she doesn't love being held. So she might be a little noisy, but this is Lexi. Say hi. So she's a lot of fun, and I know that my mom and my sister, and I think my dad too, showed you our kitty cats at home. So we love cats in our family, and if Lexi could speak, she'd say hello. All right, well, thanks guys. I hope you're staying safe. Take care.